of the Nerd Variety Podcast. We're so happy to be back. I am your host, Hannah, and I'm joined by the other hosts. We've got Josh.
Hey, guys.
And
hey.
we got... okay, all right. And we got Hayden.
Hey. Yeah,
yes.
I have a terrible voice and not enthusiastic at all, but that's just because
stop.
Because she...
It was so
the
bright.
worst.
Why are you trying to bring in shade?
Huh? What? I'm not.
I'm just trying to be productive and critical in a constructive way. Anyway.
Was it constructive though?
I don't know. Anyway,
at least you didn't Simon Caldwell you.
No, I try and be nice.
Or Gordon Ramsay you.
I try. We're talking about a promotion that we're trying to get out, and Hayden sounded not as enthusiastic as I would have liked.
Yeah. Okay, you do it. You're the expert.
I appreciate that you tried your
Whatever.
best.
Let's get to
the
thing. We got the thing.
All right. I'm very excited today. We are bringing back Jeopardy. It was a good time last time, and I think it's going to be a good time today. Today we're going to be talking about cartoons. We've got 6 cartoony categories. I have gotten some summaries of cartoons. Some I've made up for the cartoons I'm more familiar with. Some I have stolen directly from the internet. And some are somewhere in the middle where they were stolen from the internet and adjusted slightly.
So this means I can look these up, right?
Possibly, but that would be cheating and you'd automatically lose.
But I always win Jeopardy because I'm smarter than Davies.
Well, then prove it by doing it, honestly.
You have a better computer than Davies.
That's true. The lag issue is real.
The lag is real, yes.
Yeah, so... But I'm thinking that Josh is going to be okay, because I think there's going to be some of these categories that he's going to be better at. So I'm hoping that Josh being better at, like, the Disney Channel, hypothetically, but having lag will balance out. That's the hope. We'll see if that works out. We'll see. But here are our 6 categories for today. We've got classics from the 60s and 70s, and I was very sure to make sure that these they premiered in the 60s or 70s. We've got cartoons that are geared for adults. We've got Cartoon Network from the 90s, so it's, again, a very specific decade. We got Nickelodeon, we got Disney Channel, and we got PBS. The PBS ones, we'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting. I'm familiar with all these cartoons, but I don't know if you guys are, so it'll be interesting. But let's see. Let's do a quick roll to see who goes first. I need you both to pick a number between 1 and 20.
14.
Okay, Josh.
Let's go with 9.
9. I rolled a 6, so Josh will be going first.
Yay!
And I think the way this is going to go is we're just going to alternate turns every time, and it's just going to be a race to the button to see who gets to answer first.
So the button is the reaction, or doing that? We did that last time. Yeah, you
can do the reaction or the raise hand button, something like that.
I forgot how to do that. Okay.
Well, too bad. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. You got it figured out? You good?
I got it. Yeah, I think so.
Cool. All right, Josh, you're going first. Pick a category.
Let's go with Nickelodeon.
Okay, and what's your price point?
Let's go with, didn't ask you, 300.
Nickelodeon for 300. Here we go. A young genius frequently gets his friends, Carl and Sheen, into crazy situations with his inventions. I saw Hayden first.
Yeah, you're just looking for the title of the show, right?
Just looking for the title of the show.
That is Jimmy Neutron.
That is Jimmy Neutron, and you're the dolphin, right? We got little mascots down here. Hayden is a dolphin. It's Jimmy Neutron. Okay, very nice. Hayden, it's your turn.
It is my turn. Josh, do you want me to throw you a softball now? Or...
Do whatever.
It's too early to be
just do it.
Okay. Let's go for my category of choice. Probably the only one I'll do really well on. Geared for adults 500.
Okay.
I like getting the big ones out of the way first.
A series that follows the exploits of a hapless and semi-dysfunctional nuclear family who live in the fictional town of Springfield. I believe I saw Hayden's hand again.
Yeah, that's The Simpsons.
Okay. No, see, this was one of the ones that I wasn't sure if you guys would get it just from the name of the town.
Of course. But yeah, I mean, because the other the rest of that could be so many other things.
Right, exactly. That was kind of the point. Is like the
But,
only really defining feature here is the town.
Now, and I don't know what made me think of it, the reference exactly, but like their town of Springfield. I can't remember exactly if this is a reference to how many Springfields there are, but you know, in the movie, in the Simpsons movie, like Ned Flanders is showing like all the states that border Springfield, and it's like all of these that are scattered throughout the entire,
Gotcha.
country. So it's like, where are they?
That's funny. I like that. All right, Josh.
Disney Channel for 400.
Okay. Follow the adventures of Penny Proud as she does her best to navigate through the early years of teendom with her family by her side. Josh.
Josh, you did not have to rush.
What is the Proud family? Apparently, I was going to. I feel like I was going slower earlier.
It is a Proud family. You were going slower, hence why Hayden's answered all the questions before this one.
Yeah. Also, that one I have no idea about.
I've never seen this one, but I included the last name and the word family in the question. So I just, because I was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know
I
the
guess
story
now
there.
that I see that name, I guess I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know anything.
2000s Disney Channel show.
Yeah.
Animated. It's on Disney Plus now.
Yeah. All right, Hayden, back to you.
Let's give Josh all the points right up front. Disney Channel 200.
Okay. A high school cheerleader and her accident-prone best friend balance their duties as global crime fighters with the typical challenges of adolescence. Josh?
Kim Possible.
It's
What
Kim
is Kim
Possible.
Possible?
Yeah, you don't know the answer.
Oh.
We're not like that Jeopardy.
Is that what that show is about?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's
I've
a good
never
one.
seen it.
Dude.
Oh, I started rewatching it semi-recently and realized like it is really kind of hokey, but it's fun.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
And
she's a high schooler who's fighting adults. And how does Ron not die every mission?
yeah, I think honestly one of the best things about the show, and one of my favorite things about like good cartoons in general, is it doesn't take itself too seriously. Like it makes jokes about itself a lot. It's very self-aware, and I appreciate
it
that.
does the whole thing of like, I kind of looking back is like, it's all kind of stemmed out of her desire to like just help. It's like, and she ends up being just getting more and more extreme.
Yeah, and she constantly is like requesting favors from random people, and they're like, well, I had to help you out, Kim Possible, after you saved my pet seal from an avalanche. And she's like, oh, whatever. She's like done favors for all these people, and they're all ridiculous. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, I've forgotten whose turn it is already.
It's Josh.
Okay, Josh.
It's me. Let's go with Cartoon Network from the 90s. Let's go for 200.
200.
Mm-hmm.
The three superpowered little girls constantly save the world, or at least the city of Townsville, from monsters, would-be conquerors, and a few other gross things. I believe I saw Hayden's hand first. Did you know what it was, or are you just putting your hand up as soon as
I
possible?
knew exactly what it was.
Okay.
It's the Powerpuff Girls.
It is the Powerpuff Girls. Yes.
First of all,
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Superpowered girls, and then you see Townsville in there. It's like,
I don't know how familiar you guys are with Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff
I like
Girls
lived
would
and breathed that stuff, but
probably too familiar.
really.
Not my bread and butter, but it was part of like the 90 that lineup of 90s cartoon network
See,
shows.
I'm in a family where there at the time were 3 girls and a boy, and so we were like, we're the Powerpuff Girls, and Timmy is Mojo Jojo, and that's just kind of how we lived our lives.
This was probably one of those signs.
And Bubbles.
This was probably one of those signs that I should have picked up on from my childhood that I was trans. Because I really identified with Bubbles.
Really, Bubbles?
Is that her name?
I would think she was more of a Buttercup.
Who's the blue one?
That's Bubbles.
That's Bubbles. Yeah, I definitely identified with her.
Okay, I would have viewed you as a Buttercup. Was the green one?
They were just, all tough, had like Dragon Ball Z action. So I was watching it. I was like, this is fine. Just eating my snack and was like, oh, this is good.
All right, Hayden, I believe.
Yep. let's do one that I don't know how well I'm prepared for. Let's go classics from the 60s and 70s for well, let's give it a 100.
100. A group of teenage friends and dog travel in a bright green van solving strange and hilarious mysteries while returning from or going to a regular teenage function. I think Hayden was first again.
Yeah, I didn't really notice when Josh's hand went up, but it could be. It's Scooby-Doo.
It is Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I wasn't going to be specific with like, it's Scooby-Doo, where are you? Or
I was
whatever.
just about to ask, like,
Which one?
It's Scooby-Doo, whatever. It's Scooby-Doo. Okay, Josh. Josh.
All right, let's go with a PBS for 200.
Okay. Based on a book about a giant red canine.
Oh my God.
Hayden.
It's Clifford the Big Red Dog.
It's Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah.
I love that show. That was PBS.
See, I didn't know it was a show. So
Yeah, it was. Yeah, they made it into a show from the books.
yeah.
Actually,
I was more familiar with the books.
I have remembered the books more. But I don't remember.
Which I don't know how y'all feel. How do y'all feel about there being a movie about this, a live action movie about Clifford, and also a live action series about the Powerpuff Girls?
Well, so with Clifford, it just needs to be integrated into Kong versus Godzilla.
Yes.
I would watch that. Oh my gosh, I would watch that.
That would be dope.
I don't know if they can do the Powerpuff Girls without it coming across as like hokey.
It sounds like it might be because
Yeah.
it's gonna be on the CW.
Some people have figured out how to do things that should be hokey in the best possible way.
Yeah,
like
maybe
live action stuff, but
I don't know.
also-
I'm starting to feel like superpower related animation, like comedic animation. I just feel like it should just stay animated. I'm starting to feel that way personally.
Again, some things just don't transfer well.
Yeah. Well, and especially when you talk about anime, like the physical comedy aspect and like the facial expressions, like is such a huge part of anime. It's like you literally cannot translate that to live action. Or if you can, like I want to see it done properly because I've never really seen it done well.
These things, I believe they can be done. It's just it's very rare or it hasn't been done yet. I'm trying to think of anime specifically that's been translated well. Nothing immediately is coming to my mind, but I'm pretty sure I've seen some.
I definitely feel like they did a Full Metal Alchemist movie, I think. I didn't watch it. I heard it wasn't that great. I feel like that's a series that would be really, really awesome live action, except for like again the comedic bits.
Yeah, I felt like they kind of go into a quick sidebar there. Just like the relationship between the was good, but everything, the whole like they couldn't fill the world up. It didn't feel like you were in in the world that the show built.
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if you're trying to turn, a series like several seasons long show into a half hour or hour and a half long movie. That's just not going to work, right?
It doesn't work.
But I think it could make a really cool live action show. Like the premise of it is really cool, and it's like really actually very political sort of anime. But I just don't know. I'd love to see it done well, but I doubt it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, whose turn is it?
I believe it's mine because I was not.
7. Yes. Okay.
Choose wisely.
Okay, let's go. Geared for adults, 300.
Okay. His burgers are delicious and appear to be better than his rivals, but his kids aren't really helpful at selling them. Hayden?
I've been rewatching this, so of course I know it as soon as it says his burgers.
They don't know what it is.
Burgers are delicious.
They have no idea. They have no idea.
Yeah, this is Bob's Burgers.
This Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
Wrong.
Did you not hear it the first? I'm sorry. That's the way I said that sounded more aggressive than I meant.
Give me Disney Channel for 300.
Disney Channel for 300. Twin siblings, Dipper and Mabel Pine, spend the summer at their great uncle's tourist trap in a strange town in Oregon.
I think I know this.
Throwing up their hands. Josh?
Gravity Falls.
It is Gravity Falls.
I did actually know that one eventually, but I've seen the first episode.
I've seen maybe like 10 episodes. And I enjoyed it, but I obviously wasn't in enough to like remember to keep watching it.
It was like kind of a sporadic watch for me.
Yeah,
I didn't start from the beginning like some shows, or I haven't tried to start from the first episode and finish it out.
Yeah, I tend to like do sporadic binging where I'll be like, I'm gonna watch 7 episodes of the show in the span of 3 days, and then I'm never gonna watch it again, even though that's not all the episodes there are.
Right.
I don't know why I do that. It's weird. I should go back and watch Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Anyway, excuse me, Hayden.
Let's go Cartoon Network from the 90s, 400.
Okay. A dog for whom the show is named must overcome his own fears to heroically defend his unknowing farmer owners from all kinds of dangers, paranormal events, and menaces that appear around their land. Josh.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew I put my hand up way too late, but I'm like, okay, now I get it. I had to actually make progress into that question.
It's a long one. That was a long one.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Only off chance that I got it wrong.
Yeah. I forgot.
I'm like, dogs.
I think it's mine. We'll go with classics from the 60s and 70s for let's go 300.
A story of a modern Stone Age family with their versions of our modern day conveniences. Ooh. Hayden.
Oh, come on. It was the same time. It was the same time.
I saw mine go up quicker. I don't know how bad your lag is. Get a better computer, better internet, all that. Yeah, the Flintstones.
It's the Flintstones. Which I always pronounce it the Flintstones, and I realized in doing research it's the Flintstones. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You get it because it's they're using a flint to start their fires because they're prehistoric. And
I just always said it without the T. I just always said Flintstones.
Yeah, and they don't have modern technology like we do, so they have to.
Yeah. All right. Hayden? Okay.
Yep.
As long as you guys keep track.
I'll go. See, I have this weird thing where I feel like I want everything to be as close to even as I can do it. It really bothers me that Disney Channel is the only one that has 3 missing. And Nickelodeon.
Well, then you got to go either Nickelodeon or PBS.
Yeah, so I'll go PBS 400.
PBS for 400?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The series focused on the exploits of 2 siblings in possession of an enchanted dragon scale, capable of transporting them to a whimsical fantasy land inhabited by colorful anthropomorphic dragons. Josh.
Dragon Tales.
It is Dragon Tales.
Yeah, for some reason it took me a second. I'm like, I know exactly what this show is, and it's an easy title.
Yeah. I just appreciate, Hayden, that you're not doing the whole like, I'm going to hit the button and then think about what the answer is. So thank you for not doing that. I appreciate it. All right. Josh, I believe.
Let's go with Nickelodeon for 400.
Nickelodeon for 400. Mm-hmm. An alien from the planet Urk is generally unsuccessful at invading. Josh.
Invader Zim.
It is Invader Zim. This was one that I don't know this show, so I put it a little bit higher on the list.
I can't believe
Hannah, I just watched the movie that's on Netflix. It's great. It'll tell you everything that you need to know. It is amazing.
Okay, all right.
So great. I loved that show. It's so weird, and I'm so upset.
It is really weird. It should have been on Cartoon Network. It was on Cartoon Network. I mean,
it was Nickelodeon.
It should have been on. It could have been on Toonami or Adult Swim.
Gotcha. I forgot whose turn it is, so I'm just gonna
we got excited there. Okay. I think
it's me. You just did that.
It's you, Hayden. Yeah.
Geared for adults, 100.
Centered around a crazy yet genius old man and his grandson, which he takes. This should be who he takes on his ridiculous interdimensional space travels. Hayden.
I'm so glad I got this one, Josh. Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty, yes. Yeah, that's one I don't know, but I know you guys are both very familiar with it. So.
I feel like
geez, Hayden, what? I tried to hit it, at a good timing, but you just got a little faster draw than me,
Shut up, Morty. I got nothing. I can't.
Josh.
More whiskey, Hayden. More whiskey. Let's go with Disney Channel for 500.
Oh, okay. Not Disney Channel. There's so many.
Dante Basco plays a boy who can turn into a dragon. Josh.
American Dragon.
Yeah. What's the full title?
What's up?
What's the full title?
American Dragon. The American Dragon.
I'll give it to you. It includes the character's name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's American Dragon Jake Long.
Jake Long,
I have no idea what this is.
Do you even know who Dante Basco is, Hayden?
Of course,
No.
I don't think they do because they also didn't watch all of Avatar.
Dante Basco plays Zuko in Avatar, but you also might know him. He was Rufio in Hook from way back in the day. Have you not seen Hook? Oh my gosh, Hayden, we gotta educate you.
I'm sorry, this is Disney stuff.
No.
I don't watch Disney.
No, but Hook is, you gotta watch Hook.
Watch Hook,
It's
then
Robin
watch.
Williams playing an old Peter Pan, and it's so good.
It's a classic.
It's
watch
really
that,
good.
then go back and finish Avatar, then watch some American Dragon.
All right, Hayden, right?
Yep, classics from the
That's
60s and 70s, 500.
Oh, okay. The main character, who gains power through vegetables, frequently must rescue his girlfriend Olive Oil from the dastardly Bluto. Hayden?
Oh,
Popeye.
It is Popeye. Yes. Popeye the Sailor.
I was about to say Popeye the Sailor, but I'm like, I can't remember if it's
Yeah, whatever, it's fine.
title.
I was like, that sounds like. I was like, wait. It's been a long time.
Yeah. And I learned, I think, through my research that the cartoon, no, not the cartoon, the comic came out in like the late 1910s or something like that, like 1919 or something like that.
Somewhere between the 10s and the 30s,
Yeah.
because it was in that classic, that OG animated era.
Yeah. Josh.
Yeah, that's me. Let's go with Cartoon Network from the 90s, 300.
A story about a boy genius who has a secret lab in his room. His mom and dad don't know about it, but his older sister Dee Dee does. Hayden?
Dexter's Laboratory or Dexter's Lab. I can't remember.
It's Dexter's Laboratory. I would accept either. Yeah. Very nice. All right. Hayden?
Nickelodeon 200.
Nickelodeon for 200. After being tortured and humiliated by his babysitter, a 10-year-old boy is put under the care of two well-intending fairies who grant him any wish, regardless of the consequences.
This had to be my favorite show growing up.
Hayden?
It's
This is the Fairly Odd Parents.
It is Fairly Odd Parents. Are you sure you're not hitting the button?
It's not every wish.
Well, that's true.
They have
If it's not in the rules, he can't do it.
That's true.
But they usually do anyway, don't they? Like some kind of version.
Mostly the implication was, even if Cosmo and Wanda knew it was a bad idea, they were like, all right, dude. Even if it was not.
You shouldn't.
not wise.
You shouldn't do it. And then he says, what if I phrase it this way? And they're like, fine.
Basically, yeah.
And Cosmo's just like, whatever you say, man.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
I think it's Josh.
Oh, actually, before Josh goes, I want to do a quick check-in. The current score is actually pretty close. Josh is at $2,600, and Hayden is at an even $3,000. So we only have a difference of $400 here. And there's 5 $500 questions remaining. So it is anyone's game.
I'm sorry, what?
Hayden, what did I say? What happened?
There are 5 $500
Three.
questions.
You know what? I just got done with 4 classes, and I wasn't able to go to the bathroom before we started recording because my brother broke a candle in my kitchen and I couldn't get to the bathroom. It's been a day. Okay.
Was it 4 or 5 classes?
4 classes of 5th graders, but one of them was 6th grade, but the 6th graders are also 5th graders. Okay.
I can see where you got where the math was missing with you there.
Okay.
All right, Josh.
All right, let's go with classics from the 60s and 70s for 400.
It is so bothering me. But
A glimpse into the lives of George, Jane, and their 2 kids. They have all sorts of crazy futuristic technology, such as video chatting, smartwatches, and flying cars. I think Hayden was first.
I'm immediately like questioning the exact wording or the spelling and everything. It's the Jetsons, right?
It is the Jetsons.
Jetsons.
Yes.
Jetsons.
I was
Right.
immediately like, is it something like the Jetsons? And for some reason, I'm messing with.
It's the Jetsons. It's the Jetsons. Okay. Hayden?
Just because it's bugging me that it's the only one. Well, actually, now it's. Oh God, why did you have to do that, Josh? Okay. PBS 300 has bothered me first.
PBS for 300?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. These are the adventures of an 8-year-old aardvark. Oh, his family and friends as they grow up and learn how to be good neighbors to one another. I saw your hands at the exact same time, so I'm going to assume that Josh was first because of the lag.
No, it was
also Josh is losing. So
it was the same time. We both know it. Can we just split the points?
No, Josh.
Arthur.
It is Arthur. Yes.
Dang it.
Very nice.
I'm
This
doing
is another one I have not watched.
You gotta see the. Where is it though?
What are you doing? Oh,
What?
the hand.
The fist meme.
Oh yeah, okay.
Meme. Good. All right, Josh.
I told you not to touch it.
Just remember, Hayden's already upset with you. If you want to increase that upsetness, you'll pick the classics one, the last one.
That anger. I want to.
If you want to be a good friend, you'd pick something else. Also not Disney Channel, apparently.
Disney Channel for 100.
It's fine. Let me steal it from you.
2 stepbrothers go on adventures of their own making, including building a roller coaster, going into space, and switching the brains of their sister and pet platypus, who's also a secret agent. Hayden.
This is the platypus and the inventor who always adds the thing. This is Phineas and Ferb.
It is Phineas and Ferb.
I could have sworn
Very
you
nice.
I've
You're not
never
allowed to
seen
push
it,
the
but I
button
gave me hope-
unless
you gave
know
me
the
hope.
answer.
Gave me hope for a second.
Not allowed to push the button unless you already know the answer.
I did know it.
I'm gonna immediately switch over to Josh if you're like stalling for time. All
You
right,
had 5 seconds.
Hayden.
Geared for adults, 400.
Okay. Revolves around a group of 10-year-old boys. 4 10-year-old boys. Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny. I was not paying attention to y'all's hands.
That was me.
It was me.
You have to
It
give
was
it-
me. No, it was me.
Last
No, it was me.
That was time.
No, it was me.
That
No, it
was
was
time.
me.
You have to give it to me.
No, it was me.
Okay,
No,
wait.
it
This
was-
is a 400-point question, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Say the answer at the same time. Ready, set, go.
South Park.
No, too late. Josh, did you
Say that. You said say the answer at the same time. South
say
Park.
it.
Yes.
He didn't say
South
it.
Park.
I said
all right. I'll give you both 200 points. Okay, we gotta do some little adjustments there. There we go. Okay. Whose turn is it?
it. It's Josh.
Josh.
Okay. Let's go PBS 500.
PBS for 500. The show revolves around 3 Earth children who use mathematics and problem-solving skills in a quest to save cyberspace from a villain known as the Hacker. Josh.
Cyber Chase.
It is Cyber Chase.
What the heck is Cyber Chase?
You don't know about Cyber
I've
Chase?
never heard that.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. It's the story of 3 Earth children who use math and problem-solving
I
skills.
kind of got that.
Yeah. No, it's good. I was really into it as a kid. I think it's still is that one still airing?
I don't know, but
I was looking at some of these PBS shows and shocked that some of them were still airing. I think Arthur is still airing,
Yeah, Arthur's
like having new episodes. They're on season like 22 or something.
They've been going for a long
I think
time.
Cyber Chase was the other one. Hold up, I want to Google it. Is Cyber Chase still?
As I got older and I was still like stuck watching PBS because we didn't get satellite till I was like in fourth grade. That Arthur and this show were still like, okay, this is still cool.
Yeah. Well, and we didn't really we never had any game consoles when I was a kid. I've talked about this a lot. We did a lot of PC gaming, and we had some games that were like on discs, but we also did a lot of like gaming on websites. So things like Miniclip was huge. And when we were young, we did the PBS websites, and Cyber Chase always had the best games.
Of course.
Good games. All right, Hayden, I believe.
Cartoon Network from the 90s, 100.
Okay. The off-the-wall day-to-day life of 3 friends who have basically the same name.
Ed,
Hayden?
and Eddie.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't called on.
Yeah, you're good. You got it. Which I don't remember. Was that out?
I don't think they said it right. It's Ed, and Eddie.
No.
That one was barely a 90s show. That came out starting in 99.
Yeah.
But it counts. It counts. All right, Josh.
Let's see. We'll go with Nickelodeon for 500.
Ooh, all right. The series shows us the world from the perspective of babies and all the trouble they get into together. Hayden?
The Rugrats.
Oh,
Or
come
maybe
on.
just Rugrats.
Yeah.
It was the same. It was the same time again on
No,
mine.
it wasn't.
anyway.
It was not.
Yes, it
saw
was.
for sure. That wasn't even close.
I saw it on mine, so I think they're. I mean,
I don't know.
fine.
But
Yes, you're so dumb.
this is another one I didn't watch. I don't think I was allowed to watch the Rugrats.
Why? It was about.
they had it was a lot of toilet humor, so I can see why you would.
Yeah, I feel like it was a little crass, I guess, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That was one I
good
watched
show.
all the time.
I don't know. My parents, now that I'm an adult, I talked to my dad about like his parenting decisions, and he recognizes a lot of them didn't make sense. So like the fact that we weren't allowed to watch Rugrats, but like I watched The Matrix for the first time when I was like 7. It's just like that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Yeah. All right, Hayden, you are up.
All right. Let's go. Well, let's just secure my lead, I think. Let's do
Whoa,
Cartoon
confident.
Network from the 90s for 500.
Excuse
we go.
us.
Main character is a sunglass-wearing, muscular young man who lives with his mother and attempts to get women to date him, though he's usually unsuccessful. I saw Hayden's first.
Yep. That was Johnny Bravo.
Josh is like, this ain't right.
This ain't right.
I'm sorry, Josh. I don't know what to do.
This is my show.
Honestly, what this
Better
is
knowledge?
I just need to move. That's all.
I was gonna say this is us really just subtly telling you that like you need to move out of your middle of nowhere town and like be a part of civilization again.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Where like my internet speed is what's my internet speed? My upload speeds or my download speed is like 300 megabits per second or something like that.
God.
All right.
Wicked fast. So fast. Of course, I work on the computer for a living, so it's kind of important.
Yeah, you need fast speeds.
Yeah, and so does my dad, and he lives here, and so does my sister's fiance, and he lives here. So
And I game, so of course I need fast speed.
also games, yeah.
Yeah, downloading games sucks.
And
I bet it does.
I do a podcast.
Oh yeah, also that.
You do? Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Proud of you.
Find us at nerdvariety.com. I think that's our website.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry.
We'll
Okay,
find
cool,
out once the
cool.
commercial goes up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ad.
Josh, so at this point, let's do a quick check-in. I think it is futile. Hayden has won. There are $600 left on the board, and Hayden has a lead of $1,200. But
you could do. Hey, you know what?
it's still fun. Should we
If
double
you-
all of these?
I was gonna say, if you want to make it interesting, you could make them double.
And then
just
we
for
could
Josh.
hypothetically tie.
No, you can make them.
Exactly.
You can make them.
The real question is, Josh, do you want our pity or
I'm indifferent. Let's
Okay.
let's do whatever.
What if we tripled the points just
no?
for you?
Let's just do it normal. Okay,
Let's-
Josh, it's your turn.
It's whatever. Give me Nickelodeon for 100.
Okay. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? I'm gonna give that to Josh.
SpongeBob
That was
SquarePants.
both of
Very
us.
nice.
but I just wanted us to answer at the same time.
That wasn't even a summary, but it worked.
I really just wanted
That's
that
all
to
you
be
really
at the same
needed.
time. So it could be who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah. All right, Hayden.
Classics for 200.
Classics for 200. Features comic fights between an iconic pair of adversaries, a house cat and a mouse. Hayden, did you wait till it came up before you hit the button? Did you?
What?
Did you wait until the words
Answer
came up
the
before you hit the
question.
button?
Answer the question.
I waited until I knew what it was. It's Tom and Jerry.
It's Tom and Jerry.
Is that your final answer?
That's correct.
Yes.
All right,
You're sure it's
Josh?
not tomfoolery?
Josh.
Give me PBS for 100.
An eccentric school teacher takes her class on wondrous educational field trips with the help of a magical vehicle. I'm going to give that one to Josh again.
Yeah, of course you are.
The Magic School Bus.
It's a magic school bus.
I loved that show so much.
I do
Although
too.
I'm pretty
It's a
sure
great
those were
show.
the exact same time because our icons just went away at the exact same time.
Yeah, I saw it at the same time too, but I
But
wanted.
we
it
would have
more.
both gotten it. You need all the help you can get, and then you still.
Thanks. I need this money to pay for better internet.
Oh, there's no actual money in this game.
Bye. It's fine. It's fine.
We have one left, and you would.
Let's
Okay,
end it.
Hayden, which one do you want to pick?
Let's go for
You got to go with the Flipperama.
True crime for 1,200.
Okay, geared for adults for 200. The story of a Rhode Island family whose number includes a morbidly obese moron, his martini-loving genius dog, his whiny awkward daughter, and his homicidal infant son. Hayden?
Family Guy.
I think so. Yeah.
Genius dog. He's not genius. Brian is not a genius.
Like I said, I've not watched this. I took this from the internet. So,
What?
excuse me.
The baby is the genius. The dog is
Okay, well,
Isn't that what you said?
I have seen the pictures of the dog with the martini glass, so I just assumed whoever wrote this knew what they were talking about.
Yeah.
He's a quote unquote intellectual.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that is
And the
end of our
winner
game.
is. I like how it's going back and forth to make it.
Yay! It's Hayden. Yes. Very nicely done, Hayden.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yes.
That
You
means you owe
did
me. How much
better.
did I win?
$2.
$5,200. You owe me $5,200.
$2. I think Hayden, you did better than you think you would have. You thought you would going to.
Yeah, no, I got really. I had to
take
get
a nap.
really competitive at a certain part because I was kind of freaking out a bit because Josh was ahead of me at a point. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this
Well,
It was nice. It was nice how it lasted.
Well, and you were especially, I think, not confident about, I would guess, Disney Channel and PBS, right?
Yeah.
How
Also,
did those
going
go for
into it, I was a little less. Once I saw the categories, because I don't recall you telling us about the cartoons from the 60s and 70s.
I said it was going to be classics, but I sort of refined that category. Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was,
Cartoon Network.
I was a little iffy about going into it, but I think I hit all of those categories, except I didn't really hit the Disney one that well.
Yeah.
Which wasn't a surprise, but I hit PBS better than I thought I would.
The classics were supposed to be things that everyone was pretty much familiar with. Like, if you've heard of cartoons, you know what the Flintstones are and Scooby-Doo. You should, right? Yeah. So yeah, those were good. Josh, how do you feel about how your performance would have gone if you hadn't had the lag? Do you think that you would have won?
I think Hayden still would have had me on the Cartoon Network stuff. And the adult cartoons. I think that was
and
kind of
Nickelodeon.
Like Reddit. No, Nickelodeon. I think we were pretty much tied to Nickelodeon. I think the classics and the classic stuff. Well, no, yeah, somewhere close between the classic stuff. I think I still had a lead. I had some the 90s Cartoon Network stuff too.
Yeah, I just like to brag about myself for a second because mostly I'm just glad that there weren't anything that like totally stumped both of you. Yeah.
I mean, you stumped with some of these I've never heard of.
It's true. I might have stumped one of you, but I didn't at any point stump both of you. And that was
you didn't have to. Yeah, you didn't have to do the late Alex Trebek lean in and say it's called.
Yeah,
the answer is this.
I had like some hints prepared and things like that, not written down, just kind of like mentally. I'm still disappointed in both of you from last time that you don't know quotes from Winnie the Pooh, but that's fine.
I feel bad about that too.
Good. You should.
Because I loved that. I loved it.
Winnie the Pooh's great. Love Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
It was decent. It was part of, it was, I respect it as part of that classic, that, Saturday morning lineup.
Well, do you know what I have to say to you about that, Josh?
What?
Oh, bother.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, that's been our first episode of season 4 of Nerd Variety. We're so excited to be back. We're hoping we're going to try and do our best to make the season bigger and better than ever. We're very excited. And next week, Hayden will be leaving us in a conversation about characters we identify with. So I'm very, very excited about that.
I am too.
Any final words before we go?
I have 2 words, but Hannah,
Is it
I'll
bother?
say them first.
Invest in good internet.
Yeah.
Those are my final words.
Mm-hmm. Hayden?
No, I'll let you say,
No,
because
no.
you know the 2 words that I want to say.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. We hope you will be back next week, and until then, nerd out.
Nerd out.
Nerd out.